Hey, Professor, welcome to another exciting episode of The Hangout. That's the name of the show, man. You know, you can't start a week without the two bunnies on your TV.
You know.
But and
today we are definitely bringing an A game of a show for our viewers at home. So basically, we'll be conversing and having conversation with a lot of people. I'm talking about nurses, I'm talking about aspiring models, I'm talking about fitness. It's just going to be a whole jam-packed show today.
Hey guys, to be honest with you, I see what she's doing now. Because last week we had personal trainer, and even then this week, hey guys, I think I'm going to go join the gym. But anyway, man, you know how to hit us up on a social media platform. On WhatsApp, you can hit us up on 083-690-0530. That's us on WhatsApp. If ever you know anyone on the party, you can send a shout out, man. And also, social media, Mpumakapa TV, everywhere, man. You can check us on that. And then, ask them for to Umbulo, Agafane, Engeko, Uluando, Nozindle on your TV screen. Get whatever you're going to need now and tell a friend to tune in.
Stay comfortable.
It's going to be a bumper.
It's going to be a bumper. For sure.
And what's the question for the week?
The question for the week is, name 3 artists that are going to be performing at the Music in the Snow, so that you guys can be able to also win the tickets for yourselves. And then you go to Hogsback, News Bisaka Mind. Yeah, simple
Can't
as
just
that.
wait for that. But anyway, man, you know, man, such and J. Then we're going to come back with the first guest. Stay tuned. We're coming back after this. And we're back at it now, isn't it?
Yes.
Who we have now?
So right now, who we are having is that we are having a qualified nurse who obtained her qualification at Walter Sisulu University. She is a private practitioner, and she owns and she is a founder and chief executive of Mpilo Healthcare Clinic. And she is the second runner-up. She's the second runner-up of Miss Port Elizabeth. I am talking about Unam Hlampekane. Let us welcome her to the Hangout. Hello, Sister Kunjan.
Hi, Z.
Siyapila nathi. Can you please introduce yourself to abantu bethu and uzazise nje ubongibani so that they can get to know you?
Okay, let me first greet your viewers. Igama lami ndinguNamhla, ifani yami ndingumfecane. I was born and raised endaweni yaseDutyo. Ndingowapha. Yes, yeah. Ndingumadonza isiduko. Ndizalwa ngumamgcina ne. Ndize ebhayi ngozosebenza. Yes, as a professional nurse. I studied Mthatha, and then I came to work in Port Elizabeth Livingstone. Got 2013 when I started working as a nurse. And then 2017, 2018, I offered studies, and I did occupational nurses because I wanted to focus on healthy abasebenzi. And then I came back, worked for a few companies, and then now until this year, February, when I started to stop working for everyone else and work for my company.
So, wow, that's lovely. And also, can we talk about the love for nursing for when? When did you start realizing, but you know what, I want to do nursing?
Anzoqoka shemiyaz, zange ibe love at first sight. Everyone okula ufuna ungqirha, ufuna tishala and all that. I wanted to be a doctor as well, and then but my passing marks did not allow me, and because of the background, I didn't apply on time. When I applied, then the next thing that I could get at that time was biological sciences. I did biological sciences for 2 years, and then it was there that I thought, this is not my career, and then I changed. I applied for nursing. I applied for nursing purely because I wanted to do medicine, and then I fell in love with nursing when I was doing it. Yeah, it was when I was doing it, and even when I was a student, I can't wait to finish this 4 years so that I can apply for medicine and go do my medicine. And then it was in practical now, when you get to see people who are needing you as a nurse, and then that's when I fell in love. I fell in love with people more than anything, and then I loved the career after that.
I just want to ask you something. Now, you just mentioned something about to state on that, man, could you ask about and health is funny. How are you guys dealing with that? Like, and then how's that thing? I always wanted to ask that question.
You know what? It's the same as pap smear. I know now about that. Sometimes the females who don't want to go into pap smear because bayakwazi and after that. When I'm working, I'm purely a nurse, and immediately when you leave, and then I think about something else. And Otata, you have to be professional enough for them to trust you.
Sure.
You understand? And now dlalisa umuntu ongitata ngempundu zakhe like veza impundu, you know ezando, then is a men's uncomfortable, and it wasn't dimncing.
Sure.
When I worked at Livingston, I was even younger, 2013.
Sure.
And with spinal ward, abantu ngitala bavesa about hayi ngizohlanjwa like ibras ezifumene nje accident. It bribe asoze kaloku ke ndihlanjwe nguwe. Khawucela uneso qinileyo. But if they see that you are professional with your work, then they
start to be comfortable with it.
Yeah, they be comfortable with it.
And also, now what I want to know is the challenges, because you mentioned about you were quite young when you started out. What were the challenges that you faced, and also mhlambe osazifisayo nangoku?
Working for government, abantu bayagula. And there was a shortage when I worked for government. When I started as a community service nurse, there was a huge shortage. And ke ngoku uba overwhelmed. Ukuya for a few hours esibhedlele, and then learn one or two things, and then ube enough ugoduke. You don't take any responsibility. Now you're coming as a comserve nurse, skia shorter, kuyagula. And you have to work. That was the most traumatic, and the lack of resources at the time. You see that there is a problem, it needs to be sorted. Your Bruna, like your medical, your nursing book that you study, it says you must do this and this and that, but you can't do this and this and that here because there's lack of resources. That was the only thing that was frustrating for me, and seeing people dying.
Hey.
You understand? Yeah.
To stay on that, on seeing people dying, né? You can imagine like we a team, né? Trying to save someone's life, and then it eventually, somehow, it was their day, and then you lose it. How's the trauma behind that, man? Have you ever also faced something like that?
Yes, and it was traumatic for me because yayingumama owayefike ezozenzela operation eziphethe ibheki zakhe shiya abantwana bakhe endlini, and then she complicated after an operation and she passed away. We resuscitated that day and she passed on. And imagine, I was a sister who had to call the daughter and say, yes, mama kabeze esibhedlela akalenza ngexesha after operation. So it stayed with me for some time, but at the same time it's one thing that maybe to want to know what to do when things go wrong. You understand? I didn't want any life to be lost because I didn't do right.
Sure.
You understand? So it pushed me to learn and to know what to do when someone is about to lose their life. So that if it happens that they lose their life in resuscitation, then I know I did my best.
Yeah. And also, Mnanamhla, what I want us to more focus now at Mpilo, healthcare. What was the main reason for you to start behind Leo Initiative, and also how does it work to be part of it?
Okay, I worked for companies. Ne? When you work for a certain company, in the companies that I worked for, some of them, I would work for Uzinhle, but in the sebenza company yomnye umuntu, ne? So that person would be paying Uzinhle to pay me.
Oh, agent.
And at that time, Uzinhle doesn't know anything about what I'm doing. I'm the one who knows what I'm doing. And when they pay Uzinhle, they would pay more money. And then Uzinhle, when she pays me, she's like, yes, because she has to have money as well. So it started there, and I was running those clinics. There was no one there who was running the clinic. I was literally running those clinics. And I saw a gap also, because in government, you have a nurse assessing a person, and if they can treat, they treat, and then the person goes home. And then you get, if they can't, then they refer to a doctor. So there's that sequence, and it works perfectly. And the nurse teaches, I'm not saying the doctors don't, but the nurse, they will give you a proper health education when you get to them, and even if you diagnose something. So I saw when I went to private, people have medical aids, ne? So they jump the nurse part and go to a GP. And then if there's something wrong, then they go to a specialist. And then they get diagnosed, and then they get conditions for years, but they don't know nothing about those conditions. They just know the yellow, ne orange. If what are those people? So I started there interacting with people, and I saw people there, they want this information, ne? But I can't do it on my company time. I need to do it outside.
Sure.
And then, so that's when I thought, okay, I'll see you outside, but I'll charge you. And then I started now doing it, but then I registered before I could actually do it.
That was a smart idea, though. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, also what I wanted to know was the services that you offer at Mpilo Healthcare.
Okay. When I started, it was just chronic. I wanted to follow up on chronics to make people aware of their conditions, wellness assessments, like your breast examinations, your pap smears, and all of that. And then it in the business that I also learned of, you know, when I was doing my postgrad. I was doing postgrad and I was having a baby. I was working at St. George's Hospital at night. So I was tired. So I was introduced to IV therapy. And then I thought, okay, that's it for fatigue only. And then when I drew interest into it, I saw that you can clear your pigmentation. You can clear your skin from it. You can have your immune booster. You can, when you had a party weekend, all weekend, and you must work on Monday, you can correct yourself. You understand? So that's one thing I introduced. So in my practice, you get primary health care, and you do get occupational health. Occupational health nursing is assessing you for fitness to work, supporting companies, small companies. If you have employees of 5 and you want to treat them, like if they have minor illnesses, you can call me. I'll come and assess them in your company and treat them for you. And then first aid boxes as well. There are companies who don't have first aid boxes. They're using tissues when someone gets injured.
Yeah.
And then I do that also. And there's aesthetic now, the IV vitamin therapy.
Oh, well.
Thank you very much for that. Sending a lot of information later. But Siswam, we have to let you go because it can come no injury. But we're going to take your social media and then tell our guests by social media and also where to get you. Tina, we need to just go and pay our bills. But Tina, we're going to come back after this. Mafethu, welcome back to channel 260, channel of choice. If you just joined us, that's a perfect time, man. Now we have Luyolo Goliath. He's a model, he's a creative, but I'm just gonna allow him to tell us, bani wap. Feel at home, man. Welcome to Mpumakapa.
Okay.
Name of the show is the Hangout. Luyolo, tell Kazela Babukal Bates about Luyolo Bani Wapi.
Okay. Igama Luyolo Goliath. Disuka Edutainment. I'm a model. I'm a fashion model, as you introduced, do photo shoots, I'm a runway model, and I'm a former presenter as well. I was once sitting here. Yeah, there's quite a lot that I do, but I'm also doing radio now in a way. So there's a lot that I do: radio, modeling, TV presenting, and yeah.
I just want to state on something, man. You mentioned a lot. It's just a creative, and you're just a umbrella, basically.
Yes.
Because Zunes part of his needs. Let's talk about you, man. Deciding to come into a space of creative. What happened?
What happened? Okay, I've always been a creative person from a young age. I think when I came to PE, because I'm the students as an NMU basically.
Sure.
So I got exposed to a lot of stuff.
Things.
And all of these things I've been wanting to do. And also obviously as Zindo I'll be in an opportunity to talk okay and then I'll figure out oh, okay, I can actually do this. This is my time to actually shine. So and I actually took that advantage through people that send me stuff, because some people they just know me that basically a creative person, and I've always been interested in this stuff, and then they just send me and tell me to try it out, and I go, I audition, and I get selected or I get chosen in those auditions, and that's how I get it.
Let's talk about your journey, because literally your journey and seeing your pictures here. You starting this from away from home. I was in the pie when I was about to mail about Moses school, and then all of a sudden when we're like, but this is what I want. Let's talk about that, man. Like at home, back at home, when they started to find out about, say, this is what I want and this is what you're doing. How was it?
Okay, at home they know me as this academic guy, so I balance, to tell you the truth.
Sure.
They know that I've always.
So you give them what they want and
no,
they keep
I balance. You have to balance at the end of it. You have to balance, guys. So they know that I've always wanted to model. It's just that I didn't have the opportunity, and my mom didn't allow me. Actually, she'll be like, "Nah, I was doing some modeling and whatnot. You're still in high school, have to focus." So that helped. That helped. I'm so glad that I listened to her, because that helped, and it helped me to get in here basically and be able to speak like this. Do you get what I'm saying? So that helped a lot to listen to her, but I knew that coming here and getting exposed to these opportunities, it was an opportunity for me to actually do it. So I think that she didn't take it in such a way, but she knew that I was going to do it either way. But but I also balance, because I also I have to give my parents what they want. But yeah.
To state on something, man, there's always that highlight of your life where you like, let's talk about that, man. Where was that? And who people since unknown?
My highlight.
Yeah, got the highlights.
Okay, I could say definitely my first fashion show.
Sure.
I went to the casting. I didn't even know that I was going to make it in. There were a lot of guys that were auditioning. And I auditioned. Two designers told me that, oh, we like your look and whatnot, and you exactly what you're looking for. I'm like, me? You know, when you're just like, I'm shocked. Like, this is my first time.
Sure.
This is my first time auditioning.
Experience.
I'm inexperienced. I don't know, but I know what I'm getting myself into. It's just that I've never done it before.
Sure.
Since I'm coming from a small town of Edutainment.
Sure.
So they just told me, we love your look. Yeah, we just think that you're perfect. You'll actually be on the show. And I was excited. That was definitely my first highlight, which I was modeling for Ayanda Koza, which is the picture that you see there. And I modeled for Kelly as well. So they were actually the ones that saw potential, and then after that, opportunities started to come in. Did several photo shoots. Eventually, I did this TV show here, and there were a lot of photo shoots that I did after that, because I felt like it gave me such an exposure. And then after that, they took me for another fashion show, which is the Eastern Cape Art and Fashion Week. So they called me again. They told me, no, we still want you. We still wanna work with you. And I did the show as well last year, which they had to call me again, and then this year I think I'm going to do a show with them as well, because they still want to use me.
Let's stay on that, man. We know that there's an upcoming show that's Ububeleni fashion show that's coming right now. Are you also part of the runway there, or what's up?
Yes, I am, actually.
Let's talk about that, man. It's also one of the big modeling shows in the Eastern Cape, man.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What are you exactly looking for there? Because I feel like...
I don't want to announce this. But okay, it's out there now.
Sure.
But anywho, I did go to the auditions.
Sure.
And obviously, there were a lot of models that auditioned for the show. So I actually made it. Although I don't want to say it because I didn't put it out there. I actually made it. I'll be working for the EC.
Shout out to you, man. Apparently, guys, it's the Eastern Cape Fashion Week, but it's not Ububeleni anymore. It's Eastern Cape Fashion Week. Anyway, let's talk, man. We literally talking. What are the future plans, man? No, coming from this one, are you going in?
Future plans.
Sure. What can we wait for that you can surprise us? My ex, we just literally exposed one of your great achievements now in this year.
The thing is, I'm not someone that usually, talks about my plans or what I will do in the future and whatnot. And sometimes it just happens, you see. So future plans is definitely improving my craft and obviously finishing school. So future plans, I actually don't talk about my future plans.
So basically,
it's more like my secret in a way.
So you're one of those people. If I talk, it's like me jinxing it.
Yeah,
it's
more like
saying?
I don't talk that much about my future plans.
We're gonna let you.
But I'm so sorry, guys. You'll have to understand. Sometimes there are just things that you just
we don't blame you. We totally understand that, because sometimes it's like you talking and then those like was gonna right you like yes, that's been titling.
Yeah,
I get you. But anyway, man, let's talk. Like I'm a model. I'm a kid who's a creative. I would say a model because I feel like I'm boxing you. I'm a kid. I'm also want to be a creator. What's that one thing you can tell a kid who has a home?
Can I take this? I feel like I'm hanging out at home or something. I'm so sorry.
Just because you're hanging with us now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, like, I just want to ask, like, a kid who's watching who wants to be a creative, what's that one thing you can literally tell him?
What I can say is do what you love. Where's the camera? Okay. What I can say is to you, do what you love and chase those dreams, man. Do what you want to do and chase those dreams. Like, I'm not saying that like, it might not come at the time that you want, but listening to your parents is definitely the best advice that I can give, listening to your parents. And when they say, yonke into inexesha layo, yonke into inexesha layo. Because nokwam ndiqonde xa sendilapha ba yonke into inexesha layo. Although ndandifuna ukuyenza laa xesha, but ndafika apha ndaqala ukuyenza, which is ngeli xesha eli bekufuneke ndingathi ndilenzile, which is ngeli xesha bethetha ngalo, uyabo. So yonke into inexesha ndingatsho, cause umama umayidla ukutsho athi yonke into inexesha layo, so ndingatsho nam yonke into inexesha layo, sukuzirasha izawukwenzeka.
I love that, man. Okay, guys, ndiyamfanana kuthiwa yonke into inexesha layo, and the perfect time, God will do what he has to do. But anyway, guys, so I hope you guys are hitting us up on our social media platform. Google WhatsApp word, it's 0836900530. And before I let him go, man, social media?
Our social media, it's at I Love YOLO on Instagram. Facebook is Yolo Goliath, and TikTok it's YOLO_Goliath. That's where you can find
Are
it.
you also a TikToker?
I'm still new, but there's content that's coming. Fashion and probably entertainment content. So
Literally appreciate that, man. We want to say from the Hangout team, man, we wish you nothing but the best, man. Hope in future we'll host one of the fashion weeks. Was invited. You never know.
I mean, you have to come. Why haven't you guys come in fashion weeks?
We'll talk about that later on.
Okay.
Guys, just allow us to go and pay our bills. We're going to come back with more. But we also have a Zoom interview with one of the coolest guests, man. There's sorry about that. It's just excitement, man, because we're going to Hogsback for a music festival that's going to be happening there. But yeah, you know, man, what we do, we always make sure we give away. But yeah, we're going to talk to you when we're coming back. After this, we're going to go pay the bills and we come back with more.
We're back, lovely family of the Hangout. Well, what's happening right now is that we are still hanging out with one of the very people that we need to know about. And also, we are going to be talking to a sponsor, someone who is a representative of the Volkswagen East London office. And we're going to be talking to him and also talking about the collaboration that they have with the Music in the Snow. So what I want us to do right now, I want us to welcome Simbulele onto the Hangout. Hello, Puti Kunjani. Siyaphila nathi. Can you please tell our viewers at home uba ungubani and what is it that you do? Yes.
I'm one who about marketing and also my main job vehicle.
I want us to talk about the collaboration that you guys have.
Know as to why was it that Volkswagen saw it fit to collaborate with the arts industry?
Okay, the nice thing about this whole project came through CPZ marketing our Bakis, because last year we launched Amarok, so we're busy promoting that Baki now, and obviously we Hogsback in our rural a bit. So Sakondi Doba, this is a great opportunity for us and also for arts and Eastern Cape Jazz Festival. But if asitibane nababantu, we do not help each other, so basically siye sadibana nobhuti Mlindo saqonda into yoba masijonge into yoba i-Eastern Cape lena singancedisana njani into yoba iphuhle. As we know, VW South Africa une plant apha Eastern Cape, which is Kariega, abanye abantu bayazi ngoba kuseTinarha. So xa kusithiwa Eastern Cape and VW saqonda into yoba masitsibe mntasekhaya makube khona into eyenzekayo. So we've actually sazixelela into yoba singu-entity Volkswagen, ii-artists zonke ezi zizobe ziphana, we're going to transport them from the airport to Hogsback, and that is quite a long distance. But obviously, airport ilapha East London. So saqonda into yoba ke masenze loo nto leyo sincedisane, and also ezinye izidingo ezobe bezidinga kwi-Eastern Cape Jazz Festival ezidibane ne-transportation sikwazi uba sibe lilutho, and also si-expose i-power yemoto zethu, basically mostly the Amarok bakkies, because we know into yoba sine 4x4s and 4Motions. Basically city 4Motion getting a city 4x4, but I won't elaborate more uba kutheni sisitsho loo nto leyo. But ke if uyifeni yakwa-VW funeka uyazi uba a city 4x4 city 4Motion esiswami.
Yeah. And also, I want to know, because I could be sitting at home and also I'm planning on attending the event. I don't know, is there going to be competitions that you guys are going to play with attendees, and also mhlambi giveaways that are going to be coming from Volkswagen to abantu aba-attendayo? Okanye you guys only cater for artists?
No, definitely. This is for the people. Artists are just there to entertain people. So Tina, we're bringing igazebo yethu that you will easily spot as a Bala entity for Volkswagen East London. Will allow abantu to do test drives, and people who would like to do applications on the go just to see if they approve as Motweni. And then also there will be giveaways. We'll have caps, we'll have goodie bags on that day, just for everyone to fill and test drive uba zinjani Amaroks. But yeah, obviously you need to have a driver's license and be working for you to test drive a vehicle. It's not a PlayStation. It's a vehicle that is quite expensive, but yeah, we welcome to everyone often when to test drive on that day, and also we have goodie bags.
Yeah, and also talking about because it's a 3-day event, are you guys going to be there on all those 3 days, or are you guys having specific days whereby people should look out for you guys?
You see, single number one kula poster. If you look from the left to the right on the poster, single number one. So definitely, Sikona, all those 3 days, we're going to be there when they're doing hiking. We're there providing water and all that. So Sikona throughout the show, asizubaleka bantu, those are our people. Sifuna abantu bafumane lonke ulwazi abalufunayo nge-VW because sizabe sikhona.
Yes, and also when it comes to Uber, I have to do my applications in Mhlambi. If I want to buy a car in the future, in the near future, to say, will also those services be provided there?
We'll have my team there. Abanye bazabe bephethe i-registers when you want to maybe leave out your email address, your contact numbers. And then if ukhona umuntu ofuna ukwenza application on the spot, there's someone there to assist. And also we'll be giving away our business cards. So kuzobalula nje, we're just communicating with abantu and people that don't know intoba entity Volkswagen in East London. And also we emphasize that even now babazi tourists bayazi intoba we deliver nationwide. So akukho nto ezokonakala. Sizisa thina isiqu sethu sifuna ukonwabisa abantu. We want everyone to be entertained.
Yeah, and lastly, Putiwam, I just want to know as to, because you keep mentioning the entity of the East London region. Does it only cater, or you guys are the only ones who are catering for this event? Or can you as Uzintle, I can go to any other branch and go and inquire there kwa Volkswagen?
Okay, ke siswami, undibona nje ndithe xa ndithetha ndingusibulele somhlahlo ndisuka e-entity Volkswagen East London, nda-emphasize intoba entity Volkswagen East London. So into yakwa-VW ihamba kanje sisinzokwenza umzekelo mhlawumbi ngoSpa. You will find uSpa intoba South Africa, then ufumaniseke uba kukhona uSpa kaSibulele or Dyson Spa or Eva Spa, but uzoqale amention igama lakhe, then kulandele uSpa. So same applies to entity Volkswagen. Entity Volkswagen is under entity motor group, which is the motor group inabo or Toyota, inabo or Suzuki and all that. But it's based in East London. And then kube khona abanye o entity Volkswagen eKing Williamstown, kukhona nabanye abasemthatha, Potchefstroom and stuff. but thina sifuna xa nizo-enquirisha e-East London, because sithi abasponsorisha the event and sithi abazixelele into yoba sizawuphatha kakuhle abantu.
All right, Sibo, I just want to know ke ngoku, for people abasendlini that want to be able to reach you, bangakufumana phi? Okanye bangayifumana phi the company?
Okay, i-company ifumaneka e-East London, e-Abbotsford, i-address ithi 35 Wise Avenue, Abbotsford. Xa uphuma usiya eMthatha on the freeway, kukhona igaraji edume kakhulu ekuthiwa kuse-Sasol Garage phaa. We are just opposite Sasol Garage xa usiya ngasemthatha, and then xa ungena in East London coming from Amthatha uzasibona sithe nqu entabeni phana. There's also NTT Audi there, Audi Center East London. So we premises as E1, which is you find Audi East London and you find NTT Volkswagen.
Okay, Buti, thank you so much for your time. We truly appreciate it right here at the Hangout family. Hopefully, it's about Zibana and a time to party. But what we have to do is we have to close off this interview and also go and pay our bills. But this is a movie because the Hangout is still going to be a show that's going to be on your screens. And yes, let's go and pay out our bills.
Back to channel T60, channel of choice. Hey man, this is live TV. A lot of things happen behind the scene. Anyway, hope you guys are hitting us up on our social media. On Facebook, it's Mbumakapa TV, and then on WhatsApp, it's 083-690-0530. If you want to send a shout out to that man, but also the Asmus guys, we always get you. John. Sorry about that. Please introduce yourself to our viewers because it's calling our romantic moment to shine.
Thank you, my friend.
Short.
My name is Mfundo. Mfundo Wagamachotian.
Tango.
I'm from Port Alfred, but I'm staying here in PE now. And Mfundo Kone NMU.
Short.
I was a student. I finished last year. This year, I'm working for the university. And yeah, it's very nice to be here. It's very nice to be here.
It's your moment to shine. So what?
Igama lethu kuthula. Manani Sibongo. Phuma KZN eNewcastle. Ngenza unyaka wesithathu khona la eNelson Mandela University. Yathokoza ukuba lapha.
I feel like nithu benithunyiwe ngoze esikolweni, and then you guys decided to be uqala ubumbeni obutsha. Let's talk about that, man. Bana umput wins and doing exactly so that people can be aware. But best is to moguzo school and then decide okay, no, this is kabili into yesikolo. Now must call bumbethu.
Thank you, man. My journey has been long going. I've been in my business for quite a long time. I started establishing myself, I think it was 2015, when I started to establish Umfundo Fitness. Umfundo Fitness come from Kuchinyam about fitness. You see, I started this thing of gymming when I was, I think it was 14, 15. Sure. Introduced by a friend of my bigger brother. At that time, I was still playing football. But I found myself there. I found myself in fitness. I found myself fitting very well. And that's when I began to identify as one of the fitness fanatics back home. And then I started to establish myself back then. So I think it was 2015. 2018, that's when I started to go to the university after a 5-year break. And on that 5-year break, one thing I was doing was just fitness. I was going for competition, bodybuilding competition, gym, throughout, working. So it's been something that I've been doing for quite a long time. When I went to the university, I saw business. I didn't see school. I was really not into school, basically. But I saw business, because the first thing I went to check was gym. I was like, okay, let me go find out where's the gym. As soon as I entered the gym, that's when I get the clientele. Because one thing I'm doing is I attract my audience. One, I have to be my own brand. So wherever I walk, wherever I'm going, it's like Mfundo gym. You have to ask me something. So it's something that has been ongoing. I wouldn't say school, it started there. No, it wasn't started there. It started long before. And yeah, in school, it was just like a new business adventure. It was like, I'm here and okay, let's do business. This is a business. But currently now, I'm working for the university. I started working for the university from 2018 on my very first year. So 2018 up until now, I've been doing one thing over one thing, And now I'm outsourced. I'm no longer working as a student. I'm working as an outsource because of the service that I've been providing to the university. So yes, that's me. That's me.
Shout out to you, man. What an introduction, Jen. Say, shout out to you, man. To also state on that, man, I just heard him mentioning something that, man, school was not his thing, but he saw an opportunity to state on that, man, as you being a bodybuilder and also being a fitness trainer, and also now you guys finding yourself to be business partners. Let's talk about that, Jen, how it started, man.
So, ushukuthi ngifike lapha e-NMU 2022.
Sure.
Okay. Bengumuntu ovele ke khonzela ukujima kusuka vele ekhaya. So uma ngifika lapho ngihlangane nayo ke le ndoda le. Sazana wagcina eyilokhuzana. Wagcina i-gym partner yami.
Sure.
Kwaye ngokuya kwabonakala ukuthi i-interest zethu ziyafana. Sinama interest afanayo. Indlela isibona ngayo izinto ziyafana. So kwaye ngokuya ke wa-introduce le business. Lokuba ucoach kumina. Ngasho ukuthi ube yimentor kumina ubafu yabo.
Sure.
So waya ngokuya savula ama-class. Kunama class esiwapushayo we-fitness lapha e-NMU. So ngaleyo ndlela kuningi engikufundayo kuyena. Kokwesikole ngize njengomuntu ozofunda vele.
Sure.
Yeah, bengenza psychology.
Sure.
Kodwa ke ngasho ukuthi i-gym nayo ingxenye enkulu yempilo yami. So ukuba around i-gym kusho lukhulu kumina. Although ngize ngokunye kodwa ke kuyangithokozisa ukuba lapha ya. So kuningi futhi engafisa ukuthi ngikufeze. Ufundise nabanye abantu about health, ukuba fit, ukuthi mangabe ufit umqondo wakho ukhalipha kanjani. Uzethemba kangakanani uma ngabe ufit, uzethembe ngomzimba wakho.
Hayi bafu ngiyakuzwa. Hayi sengikhulumisa. Bafu ndibone some of the pictures, man. I think ungathi uyi model or you also do modeling myself.
Cha, akusiyi modeling.
Kwenza noniphi zi competitions e-gym or
okwamanje uhlelo luthaluye lapho. Kodwa kwamanje ngisayi fitness instructor.
Sure.
Lapha e-NMU gym. Yeah.
Hayi bafu ngiyakuzwa. Hayi insizwa yakithi. Let's stay on that, man. He just mentioned something that you're like a mentor to him. So basically a friendship, you guys build a friendship where as a friend look up to each other. Let's talk about you have clientele. But then someone about our follower about Chimakuni, and apparently there's something you guys are running Kutua summer party winter. Yeah, let's talk about that, man. How was the whole reaction about when you guys decided about okay, Noni, there's a chimpani is man, go back to business. How was that?
Hey, it's quite an interesting journey, to be honest. As much as we didn't get the really breakthrough in this fitness classes, we started with this thing, a sort of, okay, this is a new thing that we want to introduce, because I wanted to introduce him into business. So we started I've did classes long before, but I stopped after COVID. I stopped. And then this year, it's something that I've brought in. And then I informed him about it. I'm like, yeah, we need to start classes and all that, just to bring the vibe, bring the university vibe again. But to be honest, we started to put a price tag on it when we started it. So, when you deal with students, once you put a price tag on something, then it's only going to be the certain individuals that will see as a need. So we started slow. It started very, very slow. And as time goes by, we started to change the theme of money. We remove money out of it. I said the classes now are going to be free. That's when we got a boom. That's when we got a lot of people into classes. And then we brought it in. We brought a lot of vibes. We brought Red Bull into place. So it was like very nice now because we have other things that we also put into place. So that people feel like this is a punishment. We bring fun, you know. So it started to be nice. We got a good response. And actually we are looking forward for second semester though, because it's like something that is still hanging there. It just gone just for a moment.
And then it's
and
back.
now, yeah, it's up.
The way othetha ngayo ngakhona, you got that excitement. You know when you love something and this is how we talk. Because I can see when he's talking about it, he even get that smile. He's like, goosebumps. Just can't wait for the second semester to hit the friend. But anyway, it is what I get. It is what I get. Bafo, ndifuna ukubuza nje before nikiyeke bafo. Khona la xesha xa kuthiwa sawugoduka. And then kube sibe sikhona apha nathi bhayine. Like business iyama okanye ayimi kwenzeka njani bafo nje before ndiyobhatala amatyala because andinaxesha lingako kha umbuzo wami besesiza.
Njengoba esho nje ubafo, so into enzakalayo uma ngabe ngibuyele ekhaya isikhathi esiningi suke kuyi-recess, so ama-class wethu siwaqhuba la e-NMB okwamanje, so siyake siyivale siphinde siyibuyisele uma ngabe kuvula iy'kole. Njengoba esho nje ukuthi second semester senze ekhala next week sizoqhubeka lapho ebekade sigcine khona. So uma kuphinde kuba i-recess futhi siyake sipause sizokwazi ukunika nama-students ithuba lokuthi afunde because abanye abantu kwesinye isikhathi bayahluleka ukubhalansisa. So uma sekusondela isikhathi sama-exam siyake sivale siphinde futhi sivule uma ngabe seyivuliwe iy'kole.
Insizwa yakithi. Ngivile insizwa yakithi. Insizwa lehek. But guys, we're just going to go to the end break, but we're going to come back. Okay, insizwa sakashishaya isimoya and then siphinde sibuye nomfo and then they're going to give us the WhatsApp details abo and everything. Yeah, but ke mbukeli, don't change, man. We're going to come back after this. Thank you. We're sitting like we have problems.
Okay. Sure.
How are we sitting? Is it perfect?
Simbu? Are we good?
Will you open up the segment?
Okay, cool.
Jump straight into it.
I'll open it up. Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Londo, young up. I can't see you.
Uzenhlala njani? Yo, ayini. Yo, akushukuma kwethu kulena. Right ke? Hayi.
Coming back from an ad break, thank you so much for being with us. If you're only just joining us now, baby. But on the topic for this week, we are still asking name 3 artists who are going to perform at the Music in the Snow. And we do have a couple of few answers from people. And one, I am just going to give a shout out to Vuyolwetu, who is mentioning as well who she thinks is going to be there. So make sure, guys, you are still communicating with us on social media and also WhatsApp line us on 0836900530. So that's Siazba. Are you in the light to be chosen as one of the ticket holders for the Music in the Snow? But right now, what we're doing is we are still sitting down with a fitness person, and they are going to give us few tips as to how to stay healthy and also making sure that we're taking care of our bodies. So, Budi, welcome back to the Hangout.
Yebo.
Still hanging out with us.
Still nice to be here.
Yeah. So for him, now, Ulwanda, there's something that he didn't ask, which was diet. And now, as someone who, but I'd rather try and eat healthy and also like balance my diet. So how do I go about in sticking to my routine of eating healthy?
Yeah, I will say one motivation that I always say is eat for the body you want. You know, you must always be vigilant on what you put in because it's what's going to come out. You see, and that's one thing I always tell people, that try to eat for the body you want. And it's something that most people, they understand this thing, but it's just a matter of, I would say, people, they like to stick on their habits. You know, we are in the center of people are very scared to move away from their bad habits. You know, eating potatoes, eating burgers, eating all those things, it's one of the things that actually demolish your body goals. But there's always that thing, I just got paid, I just want to cheat. I will cheat once and all that.
Yourself.
And it builds up and builds up. One mess can lead to another. Once the mind wants this, then the body will respond to that. So it's something that I always say, try to be eating for the body you want. Try to stay connected with the body goals. Try to, this thing, it's very, I'm gonna say, it's very critical. More especially for us as personal trainers. You know, it's something that it's one of our failures. I would say it's one of our failures as personal trainers, because it's something that we cannot keep it as track. We can't follow you to your home.
Yeah.
We can't follow you when you are taking that wrong decision. But for us, it's a bad thing because we fail. But it's at the other side, we win because the moment you want that flex stomach but it doesn't come, the more you keep on paying and keep on paying. But it's something that, it's very difficult to put it into a right, like consistently. There are very few people who can stay consistently on diet, you know. And I always say to people, don't eat to punish yourself, you see. Because when we talk about diet, people were thinking that it's like, now I'm going to be punished. I'm going to be eating things that they don't taste. I'm going to eating food that I don't like. Now I'm going to have to eat veggies alone and whatsoever. And I always say, that's not the case. Honestly, that's not the case. Diet is to try to be in proportion control, proportion management. Try to eat in good proportion. Try to eat organic food. Because burgers are not food. I don't record them as food. I don't mind someone who's eating rice and chicken and veggies while you are saying, I want to maintain my body. But it starts to go wrong when someone's saying, today I don't feel like cooking. I feel like going and eat somewhere. I feel like going to eat a pizza. Today is not a cooking day. You see, but diet is not a punishment routine. People shouldn't have, when we talk about eating healthy, now we're talking about something that is away from cooking. Diet is like to cook for yourself. Cook food, eat food. Don't eat like burgers, those things are disorders. Don't eat chips,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But to state on something, man, did you say burgers are not food? But burgers, they get us full. Like I had a burger before I came here and I'm full. But I think I'll never be fit. But what's the question for the week?
So before I ask the question, can you please give our viewers your social media details quickly? Just quickly.
On Instagram, it's mfundo.fit or Mfundo Machotyana. Everything has my name. If you search Mfundo, my surname, it's gonna pop in. My TikTok, it's mfundo.fit, Mfundo Machotyana. My Instagram, my Facebook, all Mfundo. If you search Mfundo and my surname, obviously it's gonna pop in.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, the time now, Langa, is for us to what?
It's time to ask the question of the week.
Yeah.
What's the question of the week?
Name 3 artists who are going to perform at the Music in the Snow in Hogsback.
I can't wait for
Just
the
3.
weekend.
One, just
Mama.
3.
If you want to party with me that weekend, you can literally answer the question, man, because we're going to be there covering the whole event, the whole experience.
So excited.
Because
Yeah.
it's wow. Guys,
Yeah.
thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. We out like that. Thank you.
Bye.